morning, delivery fam, and welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with UDM on the Life of a Gig Worker podcast. And since it is Motivational Monday.
Oh, we upgraded the budget, did we?
Bro, I told you I got to upgrade these sounds, bro. I got some more shit I got to go get. Motivational Monday. Hey, man.
You know,
I got some,
it's sad that we are two men who are so easily entertained. Hit it again. Hit it again.
And you know what? You know what's sad too? Those that are watching us are enjoying us being entertained by. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And since it is Motivational Monday, Josh, you got a quote for me, bro?
I got a quote that's gonna poke the bear, and I hope everybody's ready for it.
Hold up. Pause. We poking the bear?
Yeah, I'm petty as fuck. I'm poking the bear.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go, y'all. Hold on to your seats.
Whatever you are, be a good one, by Abraham Lincoln.
Now, usually you ask me to go first, but yeah, you say you want to poke the bear. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, I'm going to poke the bear. So we out here every day. We dress professionally. We wear tennis shoes. We wear polos. We wear nice clothes. We clean our cars because we are independent contractors, delivery people, rideshare drivers of America. So we going to do it, and we're going to do it, and we're going to be damn good at it. And in order to be good at it, we got to wear closed-toed shoes. We got to dress professionally, and we got to make sure everything in that goddamn bag. So hell yeah, I'm poking a bear. Whatever you going to do or whatever you want to be a good one. I threw you off, didn't I?
I promise
you
y'all.
Wasn't ready for that.
I promise y'all. All right, so Josh chooses the quotes for Motivational Mondays, and then sometimes I take the lead, sometimes he takes the lead. But this one here, he was like, yeah, I got a good one. Yeah, let's do this one. And I'm like, okay, yeah. But I don't even know what I'm going to talk about yet, Josh. Let me see how I could roll, how I could spin this one. And he like, no, I got something. I like, you got something? He was like, yeah, I got something. All right, well, let's roll with it. And here we are. And I'm hearing him poking the bear. Dude, I wasn't prepared.
Petty as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I think we established that in the last few episodes, bro. But I understand your take, though. I understand what you're doing. If we are going to be delivery drivers, we should definitely take certain things. We should hold ourselves at a high standard. You know, this is what we do for a living. This is what we do to make money, right? And we need money to survive out here. And if we need money to survive, we have to take into account the way that we present ourselves to the public. If you're walking around with a ski mask, like I'll never forget this, man. During COVID, I saw a sign at a restaurant I was picking up at. It said, because obviously everybody was wearing masks, right? When I saw the sign, it says, absolutely no ski masks. I said, now who the hell used a ski mask as a protection mask and they thought it was going to be okay to walk into a restaurant and say, I got my mask on. Really? So the way we present ourselves to the public, we need to take y'all know what I'm saying without me having to say it. I don't really want to beat a dead horse, and I know Josh is petty enough to beat the dead horse even more.
Motherfucker turn to sand.
I know he's petty enough to do that. But I'm going to just say this last thing, and I'm going to pass the mic right back to you, Josh. But it is very important to present ourselves to whoever, right, as professionals. Like, if we want more money, we have to do the necessary things that make a person in this customer service field or the service field, right? We have to make them feel like, oh man, they have never experienced what they are experiencing now. Now, how many people have you walked around? You walked around in the street. I don't know how many homeless people you have around you, but if you're dressing like you're homeless, or you're dressing like you just rolled out of bed, or you're dressing like you just did not give a shit about coming out here and making money, you think people gonna want to give you anything extra just because you contacted them and let them know, hey, your order's behind at the restaurant?
I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
if you stand in the right spot, you might get a couple of people to hand you some cash.
Yeah, but you might not like the cash or the reason why they handing you cash.
That's what I'm saying. So the reason I chose this quote was because when I was up in the northern market, this is how I grew. I did what I did, and I did it professionally. I dressed the part. I always had all the equipment. And you don't know how many times people will walk up to me and be like, hey, can we just contract with you and we just call you when we got these big deliveries? We got this, we got that, because we know you're going to handle it. We know that you're going to show up. You look professional. You convey the image that we want to be conveyed. And in the catering world, like I had a couple of catering gigs where they were like, we know that you're going to set up the food the way we want it set up, and you'll take care of the customer, and you'll do everything extra that we want you to do. And that's just who you are. So again, whatever you want to be, if you want to be a food delivery person for the rest of your life, at least be a damn good one so that you can fucking build your own business. And I've been saying it for years. If you want to be in the gig economy for a long time, use it as a stepping stone, build your own client base, and move on. Get off of the apps. Use the apps as a filler. I've said it for I don't know how many years at this point. That's what I did. That's what I still do. And as you can see, it's been working phenomenally for me. I have my own gig app that is my main source of income that I manage. So I just think that whatever you're gonna do, be good at it. Learn what you need to do. Dress the part, have the equipment, do everything possible for you as a independent contractor to label yourself and set yourself apart from the rest. And like you said, nobody's going to want to give you a $20 tip if it looked like you going to go spend it on some alcohol or some drugs because you looking crazy out here.
Now, granted, since you want to poke the bear, I want to give that bear a little bit of some kudos too, because at the same time too, I didn't know. I'm a man, bro. Not all men know what Lululemon leggings look like. You can't say that type of shit to a man. Hey, you gonna get some Lululemon leggings for your wife? The fuck is that?
Oh, do you know? Oh my God, do you know the history of Lululemon? Before you even get into that, it's the most racist fucking history ever.
Oh, even worse, bro. We're supposed to be motivating, but listen. So check this out.
Wait, I can't let you breeze past it.
We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it because I'll forget my point. So I'm looking at the Lululemon leggings, right? And I stay away from this. I have to state this. I stay away from telling a woman what she can and cannot wear as far as what they deem as professional attire, workout attire, or attire to go out and work, right? In this case here, I know I said it's unprofessional. I was focused on the slippers, right? I saw the camo tights. I call them tights, right? They call them leggings. But I saw the camo tights and the slippers. The slippers was my focus. But I would say I would not want any woman going out in these types of tights because they are, attractive. They show their shape. They show all kind of stuff. And then, women in 2024, they don't want that type of male. Oh, somebody staring at him. Oh, he's a pervert, or he's this, he's that. But men automatically, I don't even want to go down this route, bro. But all I'm saying is I don't see this as professional attire. I don't. So I agree with the bear that we're poking here. Okay. On this portion of it, right? And my phone keep going off because it just don't understand. I want it on do not disturb. so so I understand what they were saying as far as that white lady that they spoke of that was wearing Lululemon leggings, right? Since you're poking the bear. I don't see this as professional attire. And if I'll say a woman, right? If a woman came and delivered in these pants, that's what I'll call them because I'm a man, right? If a woman delivered in these in an office, in a law firm's office, right? I would, to me, this looks like workout attire. I would look at it like, why are you here? Are you supposed to be working on delivering this order? I can't take you professionally because you look like you're going to the gym and you might be sweaty. I don't know if your hygiene is up to par. I don't even want to get close to you because you look like you just came from the gym and you're now delivering my food. Did you go from the gym to pick up my food and now you come in here? Like, what are you doing? I don't consider this to be professional attire. So the way that person would present themselves to me, I would be questioning that. So I know we're kind of going off to the left here, right? And I really want to go back to this because you wanted to make a point about Lululemon and
I
all that
really
stuff.
do, because since
You're
you
gonna
brought
make
it
your
up,
point. You're gonna make your point. You're gonna make your point, right? I'm gonna let you make your point. But whatever you are, be a good one. If you are a delivery driver, be a damn good delivery driver. And being a damn good delivery driver does not mean, oh, I can get the order on my phone, I can accept it and go pick it up and go drop it off. Yes, you're performing a delivery, but what can you do to give that person an unforgettable experience without having to say a damn word? First, you got to look professional, like you know what the hell you're doing. You got to have the right equipment because you know what the hell you're doing. And when you get there, you got to show like you know what the hell you're doing, where everything goes. How you supposed to set it up if you're going to set it up, if they want you to set it up. How do you give them an unforgettable experience without having to say a word? Obviously, customer service comes with words. You have to say certain things, but how can you give them an unforgettable experience without saying a word? And if you're a man, because we're not just going to poke the female bear, right? If you're a man and you're going out here in a tank top, knowing your ass sweaty as shit, and you can see your back it looked like you were rained on, but it's sunshine state outside. But you look sweaty as hell, look like you just came from the gym. You should not be delivering food at that time. Or you're going to have to like go to the bathroom, wipe that self down, change the shirt, something. Look the part before you get to that customer because they're going to judge you the same way I would judge the person that looked like they just came from the gym. Lululemon, go.
So the reason that I kind of wanted to mention Lululemon, so the whole thing was about race and racism and bringing things up that shouldn't have been brought up. But they have mentioned the very name that is the most racist brand of gym attire or athletic wear. Chip Wilson was the founder of Lululemon. And Chip Wilson's reason on picking the name Lululemon was because he wanted his Japanese competitors to have as much trouble as possible saying the name. So he did his research and found out that the letter L was the most difficult letter to say based on translation and language barriers and stuff like that. And he made sure that it had 3 L's in it. Lululemon. So if you buy Lululemon or decide that you're going to drop and sprinkle that name in there, you're supporting the racist the racist action behind the name. So the bear has been properly poked.
My jaw is dropped because I did the search while he was talking. I did a search and I'm looking at some pictures I can't even put up on the screen right now, and I'm choosing not to. But I'm like, yo, this is crazy. If you haven't heard of this, I suggest you look it up. Mm-hmm. This is crazy. And it's so crazy, I'm going to have to do this. Shout out to all our Asian followers, all our Asian listeners, all our Asian people. Yo, this is crazy. Okay. All right. You poked the bear. All right.
Yeah, that was the final smack to the bear's face. I'm sorry. I had to. I'm petty. You mentioned it, not me. I just had to throw that out there. Anywho, back to the motivational part of this episode.
Hopefully they get a good laugh out of this, because ain't nothing motivational about this except telling people, hey, do better. Dress better. Okay? That Lululemon shit, that shit racist as hell. Okay? Don't do that. Don't wear that shit. Or whatever. That's all this episode feels like at the moment, bro.
Sorry, but I mean, sometimes being intelligent has its perks, but it has its disadvantages, because you can't just let shit go. You just have to be right. Anywho, back to the Motivational Monday.
Back to motivation. Yeah.
What you got? So one thing that my teachers had always told me is, as a kid, was that I would never be good at running a business. I would never be good at managerial skills, because I could never hone in on my own skills. And it's crazy because every job that I've ever worked, I've always become a manager within 3 months. I've always, like, now, even me running my own company, I manage pretty well. I mean, I'm a bit unprofessional when it comes to the management style, but that's kind of, honestly, many people will follow that type of leader. I don't know what it is.
Yo, how we go from be professional if you want to be seen as a professional. Here go the other host on this podcast saying, as a manager, I'm a little unprofessional. Like, what the
I mean, but listen, okay. So I'm not saying like I come at you and I'm like, what up, G? But it's just my leadership style. I'm not like the guy that's by the book. You still have your standards, but I'm not the guy that's like, oh, in chapter 3, subsection 4.
Okay, all right. Granted, nobody likes the guy that's by the book, bro. That doesn't make you a great manager. That does not make you a great manager knowing the book. Yeah, if you know the book, but you can relate to your staff, but they respect you. Respect is what makes you a great manager, man. If you earn the respect of all your staff, it doesn't matter how you. Nah, bro. We gonna skip that. Hell no. Nah. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, no. And that's the thing. Like when it came to that, and seeing this quote, it doesn't matter if you're good at math. It doesn't matter if you're good at delivering a box to the door. But if you're good at some other aspect of it, like the communication, like you could be terrible at the delivery aspect. Like you can get some shit that's to the wrong door. But if you convey the message properly, like, hey, your order was delivered, it's over by the gray doormat. And they're like, gray doormat? Man, motherfucker, that's my neighbor. Most of the time, they're more appreciative, even though you delivered it to the wrong spot, because you told them where it was. You gave them some details behind it. So whatever you're going to do, at least do something good about it. Be damn good at whatever it is that you're good at. Because I thought delivery was straightforward. I always did. I always thought it was one of the easiest jobs that I ever had.
It is.
But being a manager for delivery companies showed me just how wrong I was. Not everybody's cut out for it. It may be easy to some, but it's complex for others.
But wait. Maybe the process is what makes it difficult. But all it is take this and bring it there. That's delivery. To me, that is such a simple job. But not everybody can work in customer service. Not everyone can work in Marshalls. And I worked in the shoe department, and people were throwing the shoes down, trying them on. I just fixed that damn section, and then I got to come back right after your god doggone ass and come pick up the shoe I just fixed like 2 seconds ago. And then you got to come, another family come around, and maybe they got a bad kid and say, "Hey, all these shoes look nice." Throw them all on the ground, and I just fixed all that shit. Yeah. I had to learn how to be patient.
So let me ask you though. You stacked the shelves. Were you damn good at stacking those shelves?
Man, that shit look pretty.
See, whatever you do it good.
That
Be
shit
good
look
at it.
pretty, bruh. Whenever I worked, that shoe department, I swear, and it's like an OCD, Josh. It's just like you washing your car every damn day. Right? Even when it's out there and it's raining and it's storming, thunderstorms, Josh got his little wax on, wax off. Hey, salute, bro. Keep that car nice and shiny and clean and dry, right? Even in the worst weather. But, bro, every time I worked, that shoe department was on point, bro. Yeah, they might leave a few shoes over here, and I just fix that section, turn my back, go to the next section. That shoe department was on point.
See, and like I said,
I was 19, by the way.
A lot of people are not good at what they do when they first start off. If you are, you're a natural and keep going at it. But a lot of people are not good at what they do when they first start. Look at Dashers, for example. You know, some Dashers are like, "Oh, I'm going to take everything. This is my job." You know, and they do a damn good job at it. You know, everything that come through, they click that accept button and they're doing a damn good job. But then they realize like, oh shit, you know, if I take this and I could have took the other one that came after that, I don't know what's going to come next. They start to realize and they start to get good at what they're actually doing. So I guess the motivational part of this is just practice does the best. It's the best perfection. Yeah. So whatever you're going to do, be damn good at it, right? So it may take some practice, but at the end of the day, you're going to be damn good at the delivery aspect. But what a lot of people don't realize is it's a stepping stone. I'm doing damn good at delivery right now, but what you don't realize, you're doing damn good at running your own business.
Yeah.
Even though you're running your own business through somebody else, you're doing damn good at it.
Let me just interject really quick. This should be inspirational. If you didn't feel inspired by anything else that was said here and all the jokes, you should be inspired by this. Anything, doesn't matter what it is. There's nothing negative in this world. There is positive and negative, but it only becomes negative if you receive it as it's a negative situation. So notice what Josh just said. Practice makes it perfect, right? Or as perfect as it can be, right? I'm telling you, if you go into customer service, you're working the register. Let's just say customer service department, you're working the register, and everybody hates it because all these customers come in complaining. If you learn how to deal or how to calm those customers down in their moment of being upset, you got enough times to practice it, receiving that negative energy the way that you don't want to receive it, that you decide that you're now going to change it around and give them a positive response that'll help calm them down with that situation. That takes a lot of practice. In sales, the same shit. You trying to sell somebody something on the phone, and they're like, "I don't want this shit. What the hell? I just called for this and did. And next thing you know, if you're a really good salesperson, you made them buy the whole damn thing you were selling. But you have to practice, last part, you have to practice looking past all the verbal abuse you're receiving at the moment and be prepared to deliver something else. Just like with that guy, the one with the Gap, door-to-door salesman. What was his name? Kenny Brooks.
Kenny Brooks. So I had something happen to me the other day, and it kind of took me back, and it relates back to the same quote. So the other day I ordered something that was pretty expensive off of Amazon, and I ain't gonna throw my whole business out there, but it was a couple $100 plus, right? And it was like, oh, it'll be there tomorrow at like 10 o'clock. So I looked 3 days later, and I'm like, it says that it's shipped. It says contact Amazon Logistics. Like, yo, what happened? So I contact Amazon, and the lady on the phone was like, she answered, and she's like, how's your day? And I was like, it kind of sucks. I said I was hoping to have this blah 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 so that I could put it in the room, and it ain't came yet. So she was like, I could understand how bad that is, but just give me a couple of minutes and I'll make it worth your time. So like we just sitting there in silence, she looking up the order and all this, and she just like out of nowhere, she's like, so is your day good other than this? And I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good day. Just wish I had this, just trying to keep the conversation to a minimum. And she's like, yeah, it's a pretty beautiful day here in the Philippines. For one of the first times I've ever heard them admit that they're not, in an office somewhere in Seattle. And I was like, oh, really? And she's like, yeah, the weather's nice. She's like, it's my birthday. So, everything is good over here. I was like, oh, damn, happy birthday. It sucks that you're working on your birthday. And she's like, yeah, Amazon made us work. And I tried to take it off. But she's like, I at least get to talk to you. And she was just so happy about the whole interaction. Bro, I couldn't be mad. I couldn't. So when she came back and, she was like, all right, well, here's the solution I got for you. She's like, I got this, it's going to be out to you in 3-4 days. She's like, I know it's not the timeline you wanted. She's like, but we had a good conversation throughout this entire interaction. She's like, I really hope you enjoyed yourself throughout this time. And she's like, I hope it was the best call that you've had with Amazon. And I was like, you know what? It is. I said, I've had so many phone calls with Amazon and Flex support and this and that, and everybody's just so rude. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I try to do things differently. So whatever you're going to do, she was damn good at being a customer service rep. Like, I could not be mad at her after she said, she's like, yeah, it's a beautiful day here in the Philippines. She's like, she was telling me the weather and telling me all this. And then she was like, and it's my birthday. I could not be mad at that point. It doesn't have to be your birthday. Ain't nobody got to know if it's really your birthday. But when she said that, I was just like, damn, I can't be mean to somebody on their fucking birthday.
I got one for you. I got my own personal story, though. It was a catering delivery. It was going to a house, okay? Big old house, okay? It was in the morning. I arrived 11 minutes early. When I arrived, the customer said, hey, do you see the code? Do you see the door with the code? It's like a gate. I said, yeah, I see it. Yeah, just go ahead and I'll send you the code and just put it in there. I'm just put it on the ground somewhere inside of the gate. And she was like, I'm stuck in traffic. I'm about 15 minutes away. And I'm like, okay, all right. Well, really and truly, you said put it on the ground? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. You said you're 15 minutes away. She was like, yeah, you could just put it on the ground. I'm like, I wouldn't want my own damn food on the ground. I'm not putting your food on the ground. This is the catering order, man. And you still have 11 minutes for me to deliver this. So you're stuck in traffic 15 minutes. I'll just wait for you. Okay? I'm not in a rush. I'll just wait for you. She came. She was like, her car. I ain't gonna say how her vehicle looked.
Like, dirty, ain't it?
No, it's not that it was dirty. Let's just say she was in an accident. And it was very surprising, this beautiful home with this beat up car. You know what I'm saying? The dynamic, something wasn't right about this, But anyway, so I was just basically making her more comfortable because she was already feeling bad and she was running behind. She was behind by 15 minutes. She was supposed to be here already. But at the same time, I still had 11 minutes to drop it off on time. And there's still a buffer and all that additional stuff, right? But hearing her on the phone, she's like so flustered. She's stuck in traffic. The GPS is saying 15 more minutes, but she's literally like 2 miles away. But the traffic at that time in the morning, it's Miami. It's crazy. So I said, don't worry about it. I'm not going to put your food on the ground. Come on. Nah. So when she arrived, that lady already had money in hand. Like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. She didn't even open the gate yet. Okay, I'm like, you gotta open the gate for me to like bring the food in, because it's one of those homes, those kind of like homes on the beach that is like, here's the street, the grass, and then here's the gate.
Yep.
So I'm kind of like in front of the gate, but I'm pulled all the way up because my behind is in the street, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So man, she came out, she opened the gate, and then she just gave me $40. She gave me $40 in cash, and come to find out, it was a DoorDash event.
The car makes sense now. The car makes sense.
But that experience, I know some people would be like, well, I just punch the code in the gate, put that shit on the ground like she said do, and I'm out of here. But in this case, she never forgot the experience. I know, because that day she was like, do you have a card or something? Like, I love the process. I thank you for this entire experience. And she was thanking me. I'm like, no problem, no problem. I just wouldn't want my own food on the ground. And I pointed where she wanted me to put it, because now I'm inside of the gate, right? And I'm like, see, like I would have put the food on the ground, and who knows? Like there might have been some ants or something over there, and like, nah. She was like, yeah, but I didn't want to hold you up. So that's pretty much my story. I was being a damn good delivery driver, giving the customer an experience that they would not forget. Maybe she'll forget my face. I know I forgot her face, because I was just trying to get my money and get out of there. But I wasn't in a rush.
Car, though.
I probably remember the car if she didn't get it fixed, Josh. I probably do. Okay, but the experience, that's the whole point of my story, and it's similar to what you were saying when you called Amazon. That conversation, it doesn't matter. It almost made you forget why you called Amazon, why you was upset, right?
It was almost a 15-minute conversation where she's telling me about the Philippines. She's telling me about like a couple of restaurants that's by her house. And she was like, yeah, she's like, if you ever come, she's like, I encourage you, just come visit. And she was like, just, when you come here, go to this place, stop at this place. She's like, and if you want to do some shopping, you go over here to this place. Like, she was telling me all about it, bro. She was just so excited to tell me. And, I was telling her,
you better be careful. Your wife wasn't listening to that conversation.
But yeah, she was, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. She did sound, pretty decent.
Hey, in my experience, sir, before I got married, before I met my wife, okay.
Sound on me, shit.
Sound on me, shit. Okay,
I learned that.
So let's move on here, because somebody will be saying something about, oh, he talking about women again.
Oh man,
no, we're not doing that. But go ahead.
But yeah, no, like, I mean, I was not mad at all. At the end of the day, I was not mad. She was like, it'll be there in 3 or 4 days. She's like, I know it wasn't what you were expecting. She's like, I know you were expecting it to be there tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, we had a great conversation. I said, and my shit could wait. I said, I'm not that type of guy where it was supposed to be here yesterday and need to be here tomorrow. Like, it got lost. It is what it is. I told her, I said, I work in logistics. Like, shit happens. It is what it is. And you got to order it, and it might not be here tomorrow because it's got to come from far away. I get it. But, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes down to this Motivational Monday, all you have to do is be good at whatever it is that you want to do or are doing in the meantime. That's all you got to do. Just be good at it.
And if it's something you wish to be good at, it just requires practice. Constant practice. You don't just come out, well, some of y'all just flexible like that, but you don't just come out the womb and you could just hit a split. Boom. No, so you got to stretch.
In my time locked up, one of the things that we had to do was like a religious group therapy. And one of the things that they always told us was the Serenity Prayer. If I can remember it correctly, it was like change the things you have power to change, but accept the things that you can't. I'm sure there's a professional wording, and I know that there is a deacon in the chat that will correct me. But or grant me the serenity to change the things that I can and accept the things that I cannot change, or something close to that effect. And what it basically boiled down to was whatever you're good at, and if you can get good at it, or if you suck at it, if there's a little bit of practice that you can put in and be good at it, then be good at it. But if it's something that takes skill that can't be taught, and you have to be amazing at it from the start, and it can't, like I said, it can't be learned, then at the end of the day, don't stress about it. You can't change it, so do something else. Um, it's like those are like I had to sit in these 4-hour groups every single day for 3 years, 4 hours. So one of the things that they teach you is coping mechanisms, which is like, if you're getting pissed off at something, find a way to make yourself not get upset, um, or to understand and accept the things that you cannot change. So, like in this particular thing, be good at whatever it is that you can do. Find the things that you are good at. If you're great at delivery, but you suck at catering, then keep on with delivery, but make yourself the best damn delivery driver out there. Because look at what I showed you. I mean, shit, Carvertise. Shout out to Jared, by the way. I am now one of the top drivers for Carvertise in the Orlando area just because of what I've done and how many campaigns I've been on. And he's like, they reached out to me 3 or 4 times for these events, and they're like, hey, we know you're going to do it and you're going to do it right. So put a price on it. And the same thing with dispatch. He reached out to me. He's like, hey, man, I know you don't have the right equipment that is approved through us, but we know you'll get it done and you'll do a damn good job. So what do you want? How much do you want to do this? The more practice you have and the better you become, the more well-known you are in this community. I mean, shit, I used to have dispatchers reach out to me from Grubhub, from Postmates, from now Dispatch and Carvertise and Draver before I was an employee at Draver. And it was because whatever I was doing at the time, I was going to make sure that that was the best damn job I could have gave them. And if I made a mistake, I owned it. And I was like, all right, well, fuck, I didn't know, but I won't do it the next time, I promise you. And that has put me in the position to where on most gig apps, I'm known in that office. They know who I am. And if they got some shit that they need to be handled, they're going to call me. And when they call me, it's not a, hey, Josh, can you do us a favor? It's a, hey, how much you want to do this?
Yeah.
I run my own business. It's one of those where I can physically now put my price on this work and say, hey, Alex from Dispatch, I want $800 to do this load that you guys are only paying $200 for. If you can make it happen, you can swing it. I can swing it. You work with me, I work with you. And it's the same thing with every gig app that I do at this point, to the point where I created my own Google page. I created my own web page, and people reach out to me because I have those glowing reviews from some of these companies. So, like I said, whatever it is that you're doing, be damn good at it. And if you're not good at it, learn how to be good at it. And if you can't, pivot. Find something within that same profession that you like that you're damn good at. You might absolutely fucking suck at being a driver, but you might be a damn good dispatcher.
Hey, I'm gonna just, as we wrap up here, look, I'm gonna just use mine as an example for those that do catering and stuff like that. Like, one argument I see a lot of drivers have in the community, as far as like driver, the gig tuber community in the comments and stuff about catering, is, oh, they're only giving the gig tubers opportunities or shots at elite or whatever with Deliver That, right? But I'll tell you, like, the amount of times that Deliver That has said things like, the process, the work that I put in to get to where I'm at. And I know a lot of people probably not questioning that because they're only going based off of what they see outside of the relationship I have with Deliver That. So if another 5 content creators achieve elite status before someone in the comments achieves elite status, then they'll be like, oh, y'all targeting content creators, right? So I get that, but the point that I'm getting to is this: when it came down to being a damn good catering delivery driver, it wasn't just about how many orders I completed. It was about the experience that I gave the restaurant, so much so that they contacted Easy Cater. They contacted Deliver That. Like, who is that guy? I want that guy on my deliveries. Customers calling. I want that guy. Oh, unfortunately, you got to go through Easy Cater. And then when they go through Easy Cater says, unfortunately, we can't promise that that driver is going to get it because we have so many partners. Right? So it's like, I was damn good at my job. And listen to the story I just told you about me delivering to that beautiful home, right? That experience is something I always said I found my lane. This is my lane, and I'm going to keep on keeping on. Not necessarily meaning that I'm going to always be a gig app worker, right? I will probably always have the app, but I will develop something for myself and then be a part of the gig economy because now I have my own fleet or whatever that's going through me as an independent source to make money. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, in a nutshell, I made a name for myself, which is why I became elite. I didn't just have, let me just finish, right? I didn't just have the platform talking about me because of how many orders I delivered. I had the customers talking about me. I had restaurants requesting me. And I didn't just stop there. I became elite on an entirely different platform that it was the same thing. So if you're telling me you can't achieve elite is because you are holding yourself back. You got to be the damn best at what you do. And if you are a catering driver and you're in South Florida, you got some competition because I bring my A+++ game. So bring your shit.
And it's crazy because when people, I heard that the other day, like, oh, well, the content creators are always the ones that are elite, you know, they give it to them. And I'm like, nah, bro, you have to realize, like, me and UDM started catering together. We were in the same fucking delivered class. Like, this was before, like, bro, delivered used to reach out to you and physically interview you on the phone to see if you were a good fit for their platform. And then after that, you had to go through an orientation. It was like 20, 30 minutes. And bro, they drilled it into your head. If you don't do this, you're gone. You don't do this, you're gone. You don't do this, you're gone. Or we're fining you. That was their thing. It was, you were going to get fined. If you did this, it was a fine. If you did that, it was a fine. And if you get this many fines, you're gone. So this was 5-6 years ago. So you got to remember that we have been on the catering platforms for years. They just didn't pop off like that until just recently. So you were probably one of the founding drivers for Delivered, you know, if you really go back and look at it. Because I wasn't even working at Draver at the time when we got on Delivered.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. They never said that to me, right? They probably got my picture up there. Like something. I don't know. I don't know. I was at the headquarters last year or sometime. I can't much remember when, but I was up there and I didn't see anything. But I mean, it's not just about being a founding driver, it's making an impact, man. Having such I keep saying it, giving them an unforgettable experience with you. You're not the only one. When it comes down to the music biz, when I was trying to become a recording artist, at that time, the ratio for you to even get noticed or signed or whatever was 1 to 1 million. I can only imagine what it is now. So that what I mean is for every one artist, there's a million other artists that's trying to get signed as well. So they would say you have to create a buzz for yourself, right? Create your own buzz. That's how you get noticed. So if people don't like you, all you do is stay in your basement, stay in your room, and you make music all day. Yeah, your songs may sound beautiful, but ain't nobody hearing that shit. You ain't creating no buzz, right? Until you decide to go and branch out and show the world what you're good at. That's the only time. We're not even going to call it a talent. That's the only time what you are good at will flourish and blossom. That's the only time. So you really stay in the basement, perfect it, but don't be shy. Show the world what you're good at once you're damn good at it. And like I said, I was 19 years old and I had the patience of what got a lot of damn patience? A pit bull that got a baby that's pulling on its ears and pulling on its tail, and it just want to lay down and sleep. Like it's not reacting aggressively, nothing. I've seen those videos. That's the only thing I could compare it to. But I was 19 years old and dealing with chaos in the shoe department. And if you've never been to Marshall's shoe department, you don't understand chaos. And I was patient in that. So I was.
Wait, for those of y'all who don't know what Marshall's is, I know you know what a Ross is. So take Ross, add a couple of pretty decorations, and there you go. Boom, there go Marshall's.
Yeah, that's Marshall. So anyway, and I was in the shoe department. But long story short, y'all, be good. Be damn good. If you want to work in the basement, perfect your craft, perfect whatever it is that you love, but don't keep it in the basement. Don't keep it locked away. Eventually show the world what that's like, what that is, right? That's the only time you will be able to achieve some level of success off of what you are damn good at. Last point I'll make, then I'll pass it back to you, Josh, as we wrap up. I think that's the second time I'm saying as we wrap up, but we like to talk. But I'll tell you, man, when it comes down to all the Motivational Mondays that we've had, every last one of those people that had a quote that we read or whatever, each of them had a specific thing that caused them to get into the position that their quote becomes famous. And it's a part of that list of motivational quotes, right? Bruce Lee, that man passed away long time ago, but people still use his quotes. And this man was a fighter. The form, kung fu, you know what I'm saying? This man and that signature, right? And then he was so good at what he do, he became a movie star. And he did a damn good job at that. That man never had a line. He barely had a line in a movie. And that's it. But all I'm saying is that man was so good at what he did. Let's just use a modern day, even if he's up in age right now, Jackie Chan, right? Jackie Chan's daredevil stunts
he's a director now.
But what I'm saying, his daredevil stunts, running up the walls and doing all the funny art forms and fighting and getting his ass whooped at the same damn time. It's like he was really good at that. Tell me what other Asian actor did Jackie Chan style of martial arts movies? Nobody. He was the only one, and I haven't seen another one. So they might try to duplicate, but they can't.
So I'll leave everybody with this, right? Many of you don't realize just how much nepotism and favoritism is behind those gig apps. You don't.
Rewind. Not everybody know what nepotism mean, and we're going to act like they not here, okay?
So So
I'm gonna look it
nepotism
up.
is nepotism is like, okay, who you know, how you got the job type of deal, right? Um so there's a lot of favoritism that's behind the scenes, right? When I was a dispatcher with Draver, I had my set people, and I will admit it to the at this point. I used to lie and say I didn't have any favorites, but I had favorites. And those favorites always had work. Why did they always have work? Because when I called them and I said, "Hey, I need you to pick this up, take it over here and drop it off." Or, "Hey, I need you to take these runs, lead this crew, do this." I didn't have to answer the fucking phone not one single time. Not a single time. "Oh, we're going from New York to California. I bet. We'll see you in 3 days." Click. I didn't hear from them. No, I didn't have to book them a hotel. I didn't have to do shit for them. They submitted their receipts. They said, "Hey, we bought these 3 hotels. It was all within specs, above board, regulations." And then I call them in 3 days. Hey, y'all done? "Yeah, we're pulling up in about an hour. Give us a call and tell us where we're going." Bet. No problem. But then you've got your other drivers that's like every 5 minutes. You gotta, "Do I take the keys from this guy?" "Oh, okay. Click. 5 minutes later. "Hey, I got the keys. Can I start the car?" "Yeah." "Dude, get in the motherfucker and drive." Click. And then 5 minutes later, "Hey, it's running out of gas. What do I do?" "How far you got left?" "Oh, I got another 100 miles." "Okay, don't you think you're gonna need gas to get there?" Click. It was shit like that, bro. Like, motherfuckers wanted to tell me every little thing about their life, which is why I stopped giving out my phone number. But the people that I did not have to worry about and did a damn good fucking job would always get the nice jobs first. I'd be like, "Hey, I got another one going from New York to California. You want it?" "Hey, I got some Laredo going to New York. You want it?" "Hey, I got this over here going over here. You want it?" And it was just easy transaction. They'd be like, when they answer the phone, "Where am I going?" "Hey, you headed to Laredo." "All right, cool. When do I fly out?" Let me look at your flight." "Hey, you're gonna fly out at probably tomorrow at like 6 a.m. You go with that or you need it later?" "Oh, can you do 7?" Let me look. "Yeah, I got you." All right, click. Send them their flight information. I didn't have to answer the phone. Once they were on that plane, bro, it was game over. So I'm like I said, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. There is favoritism in these apps. You guys think it's all fucking algorithm. And I'm here to tell you from experience, the algorithm can be overridden. You can get manually assigned orders from every single platform. There is no restrictions. They always leave that open just in case they ever have to change something. So there is favoritism, and you need to be the favorite. Find a way to be the best fucking delivery driver or gig worker or at whatever you're doing. Be the guy they come to, or woman. Excuse me. Hold on. I've been assuming gender this whole time. Be the best driver out there, bro. The best driver, and be damn good at it. Cause I had some women drivers that were fucking amazing, bro. Same thing. "Hey, where am I going?" "Hey, you going to Indiana. You good with that?" "All right, click. See you in the morning." Boom.
But that
And
comes with experience, bro. I could only
yeah,
imagine they didn't start off that way, but eventually they got that way because they understood certain things, just like the criteria for them to get the certain hotel. They just pay for it out of pocket, knowing that Draver would reimburse them for their expenses. So well, am I right there? I believe. Yeah.
yeah. There's
Okay.
certain
Okay.
criteria, and I
Yeah.
don't know if Draver still does it. To be honest with you, I think they say it has to be on the PEX card or whatever. But that's Draver's own fucked up fault. So
Hmm.
like we gave the drivers freedom because it gave us freedom. If I
Yeah.
don't got to be on the phone 24/7, I'd prefer not to be. And all of my crews took care of their shit to the
Yeah.
point where when I showed up to Kansas City, Detroit, Chicago, bro, them motherfuckers were like, "Hey, bro, hey." "Hey, we finally get to put a face to the name. You're a little bit whiter than we expected, but you know, bro, I shit you not, bro. I show up to Detroit, and they're like, 'Damn, you white as fuck.'" And I was like, "Yeah, and you don't sound like that, bro. You don't sound like you should be this. What you are, snow motherfucking." I'll never forget the conversation, bro. I had just got off the plane, told the guy to come pick me up and take me over to the rental car place so I could get my car. I get in the car and he said, "Are you the account manager?" I said, "Yeah, bro, what's good?" And he was like, see, the sound doesn't match the face, and the face don't match the sound. That's why sound don't mean shit. But he was like, I'm expecting to pick up somebody that looked like me. And he's
Yeah.
like, I'm here picking up somebody that looked like you.
Yeah.
He's like, so do I need to talk proper? Or I said, man, fuck all that. The same way you talk to me on the phone is the same way we're gonna have a goddamn conversation.
Yeah.
Get me to the fucking rental place, just like you were supposed to do what I'm paying you to do. Get me to the fucking rental place so we can get this car and get this shit so I can get the fuck on gone from here. And like I said, bro, the welcoming, the open arms, because I took care of the drivers that I did. Like I said, I was a dispatcher, I was an account manager, I was a damn good account manager. Now, did I get fired? Absolutely. I'm always gonna be open about that. That was the company's biggest fucking mistake. They lost millions of dollars worth of contracts, and that's their own fuck up. But at the end of the day, I made a difference in the gig economy day by day. Between me and the other account managers, the drivers got raises after raises. I remember telling you, like, damn, we fought so hard that the chase pay went from, like, I think it was 14 cents a mile. Then it went up to 22 cents a mile. Then I said, nah, bro, that ain't fucking good enough, bro. Then
Yeah.
they bumped it up to 32 cents. And then I did the same thing for the hourly pay. I say, you think people want to be out here for $12 an hour after your bullshit fees and this? No, bro, you got to give them some money. And
Yeah.
now they're up at like 25 minus the fees is like 20. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I made a difference because
Yeah.
I was damn good at what I did.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, when you mentioned the point about these gig apps, they do have favorites. When we had conversations with our driver specialists, um, I was on I believe, my 7th driver specialist because they kept on rotating driver specialists throughout, I guess, with my account, right? And every driver specialist, I guess they just let the next driver specialist know, like, hey, Brian,
These
yeah,
are your people.
yeah,
It
exactly.
was crazy because I remember when we had the same
Well,
one for a
damn,
little bit.
this motherfucker just cut me off after he was just talking for damn 5 minutes. He
No,
taking
I'm gonna
up.
cut you off because, bro, this is a valid point. So when we had the same driver specialist for a little bit, I mentioned your name and she dropped your whole fucking name. Oh, that guy? I was like, yeah, that's my brother out there, bro. I said,
Yeah.
so make sure you take care of him. So that's how I know. I
Oh,
know they
okay.
know.
All right. Well, back to my point. So, right, you made my shit lose steam. But anyway, um, I was maybe on my 7th driver specialist at the time, and I guess they had already like passed my name down, passed it down, and that final driver specialist that I had, he told me, "Oh, I'm about to leave," meaning he's leaving the company or whatever. But you should be good. Like, they put all our top drivers' name on a whiteboard. So the person that comes in after me, they'll already know what's up when it comes down to the names that's on this whiteboard. And your name is definitely on this whiteboard. And I was like, oh, okay. Back then, I didn't take it as nothing. I was just like, yeah, I'm doing every goddamn shit for y'all. You know, I'm driving from Fort Lauderdale to Miami to Boca Raton to Palm Beach. Well, not as far as Palm Beach, but I was running from Boca to Miami to Boca to Miami. And if you don't understand how far that is, put it in Google. Okay. Boca to Miami to Boca to listen, that's why I blame Grubhub for the amount of miles my Honda Civic had. I had 2008, I'll never forget it. I gave that car to my cousin with 270,000 miles on it. And I started Grubhub with maybe about 70,000 miles. And that was 2018. I started Grubhub, and I gave up on Grubhub in like 2019, almost the end of 2019. So in a year and a half, ladies and gentlemen, about 200,000 miles. Okay? So put that into perspective. So I just wanted to at least piggyback off of what you said there and saying that, yeah, they do have ways to select you to do the job. Just like they have ways to just send you a specific email about whatever new pilot they're running in the area or whatever. They know who they're going to send it to. They know their people. They know their drivers. But in order for you to be seen, you got to be the best of the best. And how do you do that? It's more about getting people to talk about you, in my opinion. The more people talk about you, the better you are. If you look at Josh with all the managerial positions he's been in, who's talking about him? Not necessarily the drivers. Maybe they're talking amongst themselves, but the higher ups are talking about him. Man, that kid over there, he's doing a damn good job, man. We may need to move him up a little bit because he's doing better than the other people we had here for how long? You know what? Let's keep our eye on him. Next thing you know, hey, we want to offer you a position. You know what I mean? Somebody got to be talking about you for you to move up. But in order for them to talk about you, ladies and gentlemen, you got to be damn good at it. And like the damn quote say, as we wrap up finally, whatever you are, be a good one. And I'm going to just drop this on them. Have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good day. Be safe on the road. Josh, you talked a whole lot in this one. You ain't got no last words, right? You empty. Okay. Have a good one, y'all. And we'll see y'all. I ain't got no more
quarters left.
You ain't got no more quarters left. Don't scan no QR codes. Okay. And we'll see y'all tomorrow in the next episode. We got a very interesting episode coming tomorrow, y'all. Very interesting. We have a guest. And this guest was, how would you describe the guest, Josh?
I would describe him as really intelligent in the field that he's in.
Damn good at it.
He damn fucking good at it, man. I tried to throw some shit at him and he was just like, yeah, no, fuck that. You don't know what you're talking about. I was like, damn.
Yeah. It's a really good episode. I usually have a lot to say, but this time I don't. I try to interject here and there, but I can't even. I just let these two guys on the screen have a conversation. And I just kind of like found some things to do around my desk. You know, like I had nothing to really contribute. But
I'll say it was a really good conversation. We'll keep bringing it back. It was a really good conversation. I was really excited to have it, to the point where we woke up on a Saturday morning. For those of you who know me, I don't wake up for shit on a Saturday, but I definitely woke up for this. I was excited.
Yeah. And we'll just leave y'all with that because I don't want to give any teasers like Josh gave the teaser about the Amazon driver and tornado in the previous episode. So thank you. Have a good night, y'all. Have a good day whenever you're watching this, and we'll see you in the next one. All right? Deuces. Oh, yeah. What time it is, D-Fam? Yeah. It's time to what? Go get your money.